Hello there. Welcome to Clover's Clock and Watch Repair. How can I help you today? You have a broken watch. I'm happy to help. In fact, I actually have an opening today. Would you like me to take a look at it now? Or would you prefer it if I took a peek at my schedule later on this week? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Have a seat. If you could bring out your watch for me, I would appreciate it. Okay. Let me see here. I have my book. It's got a little snail on it. And flip to a 3-page. Okay. There we go. It's flat and hopefully a little tab here just in case. So, just quickly write it down. We have the watch repair. Would you mind handing me the watch? Thank you so much. Okay, so just having a little peek at the back here. Looks like this Samsung smartwatch. Just taking a peek at the code here. Yeah, okay. So let me just write that down so I make sure that I get it correct. Yeah. Okay. The code in the back here just in case I need it. Just looking at this we have. Just oh gosh. It can be hard to read it, yeah. Okay, so what is this? Then we have L3O5F. And then look at the materials. Okay, and we have sapphire. Yeah, right. Sapphire crystal. Okay, so we have sapphire. And just double checking it just to make sure. Crystal. Okay. I'm just taking a little look at the watch. I'm seeing that you have a strap from a different company. It's like a Burga. Yeah. I'll just write that Burga strap. Yeah. So with a Burga strap, if you're having any issues with it, it wouldn't be covered under the Samsung. You would have to get a new strap. So if you're having any issues with that. Okay. So look here. I'm just gonna do a little drawing of the watch just for my own reference. Just circle. Have the buttons on the side. Bottom button and the top button. Yeah. Let me look at the back. Okay. Yeah. Circle. The back, oh yeah, just where the sensor is, and a little smaller circle on top with all the little, there we go, sensors. Okay. Because I will also draw the Burga straps. Just kind of a general sort of long rectangular shape. Yeah. It doesn't matter that this doesn't look very. It's okay, it's just for my own personal use here. Okay. And then I guess I will write down the Burga logo in the middle there. And do the little clips on the side there. Okay. So just take a peek here. grab this thing of sticky notes. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'm going to take some of these little stickers. I'm going to write down some of the issues you're experiencing. Just pull them off and put them on the page just to make sure that I'm addressing all of the issues you've been experiencing. So, looking at the watch, we had some general screen malfunction. So I'm just going to write that down here. Okay, just a screen malfunction. Okay, as we pull that aside. Okay, just wrap that onto the page there. They don't stick it very well, but that's okay. I'll be taking them off later anyways. So, coming back to it, we did the watch. Just taking a peek at the strap here. Yeah, it seems as though this is not opening, right? Yeah, the clasp here. Yeah, I'm really tugging on that, and it's really not opening up. So that's obviously an issue. When did you start experiencing that? Okay, oh, so it's been sitting for a while. Okay, so maybe some built up debris. So, just stuck. Yeah, just trying to be stuck. Clasp. Okay, just pull that stuff. There we go. Stuck clasp. Just pull right underneath here. I'll put it a little bit closer to the little drawing of the clasp itself. And just rubbing that in. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so continue looking at this. I'm just looking at the clasp here, and I'm noticing that it's a bit dirty, which makes sense because if you were just having it sitting on the counter, it was just sitting on your bedroom, yeah, so it's collecting a bit of dust. So I'm just seeing quite a bit of general, like, grime and dirt, a little bit of dust here. So it's obviously not what you want to see, and the more that builds up, the more issues you're going to be having with your watch. So we'll definitely want to get rid of that today. Side here. Just have some general grime. So we'll do cleaning. Just pull that off. I'm just going to stick that just underneath again by the watch there. Just rubbing that in. Okay. Just some placement. Okay. There we go. Smoothing it all down. Yes, okay. Perfect. Okay. So, another thing that I'm seeing here are some very minor scratches. If they were any deeper, I would probably have to do this on another day. It involves a lot more work. Just minor scratches. But I can just buff these out. I put a solution that can help them. Just pull this final one here. Just pull that off. And the smoothest. Where should I have? Just the bottom there. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay. So I'm just going to put this sticky notes away. We don't need that anymore. Straps over. Excellent. Okay. So looking at this, to bring my little lamp away, okay? I'm just going to put this down here. Alright. And then I will turn that on. I believe the cord is just over here. There we go. Okay. So we have this. Let me adjust the brightness on there. Just make it go down a little bit. I just want it very low. Okay, we don't need too much. At some point, I'm going to bring out my little head lamp, sort of magnifying glass type situation. And I don't need that yet. So I'm going to get started. If you could pass me the watch again. Alright, put this down. I'm going to need some tools. Okay. So I have here measuring tape, and I have this other measuring device here. I'm going to grab my book. Just open it to the page. Start a new page here. Okay. Just put that down. So some of the measurements we're doing with this small little measuring tape, and the other ones I'll be using this larger, more accurate measuring device. Alright, I'll just be using that to check a couple of things, just to make sure I have it correct. But I like to use measuring tape. It's my preferred method, so I'll be using that when I can. So, let's see here. That's all the tools that I need. Let's get started. So to start, I'm just going to measure the width here. Okay. So we have so we take the tool, just loosen it up a little bit, just to double check. I don't like using them because they can be a little bit harsh on watches sometimes with the metal, but I'll be very careful with the measurements that I do take with them. So, yes, that is confirmed. Add check. Okay. And now I will do just the actual strap width there. Okay. Just 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'm gonna grab a couple more tools, okay? Okay, just put this down. Just right there. Okay, just get the measuring tape again. So, quite a minute. Just 13. Probably just double check that that's correct. Just bring the measuring tool here. Just hold so much. Tighten that. Thank you for waiting. Yeah, okay, so let me just loosen that a bit. And write down the check. Okay, now I'm going to take a peek at the strap length here. Okay, so this will be on the right side. Alright, so just signs and 7 centimeters. Yeah, yep. So perfect. Just roll it down. So right length. And now I'll do the left length here. So we just pull that aside. This looks a bit shorter. really to get a grippier mat. Okay, so that's actually 7 centimeters. Oops, I thought I said that earlier. I think I wrote it down. So, now looking at the different lengths, is there a reason why they aren't symmetrical? Okay, you had to do it yourself. And you were having some issues with the watch strap? Okay. Yes, sometimes the at-home kits can be a little bit difficult to use, so if you're ever having trouble with that in the future, please feel free to come in. I can adjust that free of charge. It's not causing you any issues, though, with the asymmetrical placement? No? Okay. Yeah, as long as it doesn't bother you. So now I'm just going to measure the inside. This one's a little bit difficult. The inner workings is going to kind of slip around a lot. Since I can't open up the watch, it's a little bit difficult to see. But just so that is 25 millimeters. The inner working. It's just 1 centimeter there. Just the so just confirm that. So this device, just loosen that a little bit. It's not moving too much. Okay, there we go. Yeah. That looks correct. Excellent. Okay. Well, I can put that aside now. 1 moment. Okay. So, now that I'm doing some of the more up close, finicky adjustments to your watch, I'm going to just get my glasses. Okay, they have a little magnifying glass on them and a light. So just give me 1 moment here. The box is just right here. Keep it in. Okay. So we have these very cool glasses. So I'm just going to put this on my nose. And I will tilt this down. So, let me see if I want to use the light. This little contraption here does a pretty good job. The magnifying glass is mainly what I'm looking for. Just to clean the lenses here. Okay. Just put this back in. Looks like it keeps coming out, which is not ideal. If you can see that, hopefully it doesn't fall. Okay. So let me just look at the light here. That's not too bright for you. Okay. So I'm going to just adjust this here. Yeah, just so if I'm holding the watch. Just let me put this down my nose a little bit. Okay. So let me just take a peek. Okay. That's great. Let me just close. Actually, I don't need this anymore. I'll grab this little cloth. Okay. So I have this little cloth here. Sorry, I can't really see you very well, but I have this little cloth. And it's in its own little plastic casing because it's brand new and just for you. Okay, so I'll just open it. Pull this out. Okay. I will be giving this to you, okay, when I'm finished. So just lay this down. on this as I'm working. Yeah. This will help it kind of stay in one place. And now I have this little tool here. I'm just going to be using this to, okay, just checking for the integrity. If I notice any weird noises, I'll be able to tell sort of where the issues are. I just want to see if there's any loose components, okay? And so just going across the edges here, just around. Okay. And now I'm just going to go down just the strap. Yes. Sorry, it's so hard for me to think when I'm working. So now I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just all the little clasps here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just the links. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You don't want any of them missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's all good so far. Good news. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So, looking at that. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just going down, and yes, it's looking very, very good. Okay. So let me just take out the brush part. And I will be using this to clean off some of the debris. So if you don't like brushing sounds, I recommend that you probably maybe leave and go grab a coffee or something. So I'm just scraping. Scraping. This brush is extremely gentle and perfectly safe for different types of metals. It won't scratch the metal, however, it will get all the debris off of the links. Just going along it. Just taking a peek for any dirtier spots where there's quite a bit of buildup. But I will be going across the whole surface, but I'm just seeing if there are any spots that need some specific attention. Okay. Yes, yeah, so very, very gentle. It's just a gentle buffer. And then I'll be using a little soft pick to sort of just clean it up at the very end there. Yeah. Okay. It'll kind of dust off any of the debris that loosened from the watch itself with this little bristle brush. That's excellent. Just being very gentle. Glasses really do help me see all the little details, although you're a little bit too far away for me to see what's going on with you. Let's see here. Just continue scratching. Okay. Yeah, it is a bit heavy. Yeah, it does tend to push down on the nose a little bit. I don't know if you can hear. It's a bit stuffy. No, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yes. didn't have these glasses. Very tiny details to be looking at all day long. Okay. Good. Let me just have a look at the inside here. Yeah, so just seeing where the clasp sort of folds over. I can kind of get in there. I'm wondering if maybe that's what's causing it to become stuck. I'll just kind of really work it in there, alright? Yeah. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I can definitely see a bunch of debris in there. Yeah, let's clean that out. This should hopefully solve the problem. Yeah, lots of dust. Looks like there's something sticky in there. I'm not really sure what that is. I'm going to close this for a second. Okay, so we mainly cleaned it. So if you kind of look at the spots here on the watch, you'll notice that there's a bit more of a shine to it now. Okay, and that's because, well, it had a layer of dirt, essentially, of oils and skin debris. So now that that's out, it's already looking so much shinier. And just adjust this a little bit so I can maybe see you. It's going to look so much better after I shine it up too. Okay, so I'm just going to bring out the pick. So just adjust these glasses again. Okay, so let me grab the pick here. As you can see here, I'm just gently dabbing across, so there are still little bits and pieces that are not stuck to the watch itself, but are just kind of laying on there. So this will help kind of blow them all away, and it'll gently buffer the metal as well, which will make it look shinier, and it will make it look just like new. So, just going over the watch strap here, because this is where most of the dirt was. So this is a bit quicker. As you can see, really don't need to go over it as much, but if I could lay it down here, maybe I can get a little more leverage. I'm actually going to put this little cloth underneath. I just don't want to damage the inner workings there underneath. Just get the little teddy bear out of the way. Just buffering. Buffering. Now I should probably take the trim off, but it's just so cute. Just can't do it, so I'm gonna leave the bear on the pick. So let me just pull it a little bit tighter under there. I'm just continuing to work on it. Yeah. Just buffering. Yep. Okay. That's looking so good. Yeah, that's really coming a long way. Yeah. Okay. Just close there. Yeah. Just want it to lay flat. Okay. Let me just pull this out. Yep. Just a couple of crumbs here. Yeah, just some of the debris from the watch. Yeah. Just want to keep the workstation clean, you know. Alright. I think that's hopefully everything. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the watch. Put the other side. Okay, just fold that underneath. Okay. Just move it down. And we'll buffer this side. Just going over all little spots we gently bristled away. Okay, just continuing to clean. twisting that in there. Let me just get in the little clasp again. Yeah. So this should really do it. Hopefully. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, but just gotta open that up. Yeah. It's already looking so much better, but we just need to dust in there. Yeah, just really pulling all of that gunk out of there. Yeah. Just cleaning. No wonder this wasn't opening. Yeah. There was just so much stuck to the clasp. The mechanism was just not able to do its thing. So just in and out, just making sure that we're not leaving anything behind. So there we have it. Let me look here. Maybe around the inner workings. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of shine, a little bit of buffer. So this wasn't really the issue, but if we have any issues with the sensor, this should hopefully help it out. Yeah, sometimes if the sensor's dirty, it could just make the whole thing not really work. So just go around that. Okay. Just twist this around here. And I can put this aside. Okay. So I'm gonna take this off now. So now that I've cleaned off the debris, I don't really need these glasses on as much as I did before. So just actually push the button here. That should be off. Those really do a number to your nose. Yeah. It's a hot day as well. How have you been faring this summer? Well, it does get pretty warm here in the shop. As I'm sure you can imagine, there are lots of lights. Just grab the box again. So it does heat up quite a bit in here. Just pull this part off. But we're almost at the end of the summer, so we get that fall time weather coming in. That's a favorite of mine. How did I even fit this in here? I do have some other magnifying glasses here, but I tend to do the same thing. That's why I haven't had use for the other ones. Now I have a little tool here. This is a scanner. Alright, if I just open it up like this and go over your device, it lets me know if there are any issues, anything that I can't see, any malfunctioning happening. So I can use this as a very efficient tool to let me know where I should be focusing on. And so if I tilt, okay, there's still some more debris, one sec. There we go. So if I lay this down, okay, and clear off the area. Okay, actually let me grab another tool. I'm going to need my little oil pen here. Okay, just cleaning. I also have my screwdriver. So if I just go over the phone, over the watch. Okay, so this is a spot that we'll need to deal with. So I just have my pipette here, and I'm just squeezing the pipette, just blowing some air into this because it picked up that there is a little bit of debris left in here and a little bit of rusting happening. So I'm going to take my little oil pen here. I'm just going to open it up. I'm just going to brush some of this healing oil over the device. I'm just going to kind of wipe it a little bit. We don't want it on too thick. Just a very light layer of the healing oil, and it will help your device. Okay, so outside and bring back our little device here. Okay, so just continuing down the watch. right there. Pipette. Pushing, pushing, just blowing the air on your watch here. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of fine tuning. This is just so good for your watch. Just general maintenance. Really, you should be doing this at least every couple of years. So, let me grab the oil again. Okay. Make sure it's not too globbed on there. Making sure we're getting in all the little nooks and crannies. Yes. Tap, 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 tap. Perfect. Putting that aside. That's looking really good. To the other side now. And I'm just going over the front of the watch. That's good news. It's not getting anything on the screen, but it did get a little bit on the other side of the strap there, just where the strap meets the where it meets the watch. Let me just double check. Yeah, so just right there. And I will just go for the pipette again. Just blowing the air just in that little spot there. It'll be as good as new and just a little longer. Alright? Just okay. Just pull this up a little bit just so I can get a better look at it. I don't want to be tilting my head too much. Okay, that's looking super good. Let me put this aside. Get the healing oil. Oh, I get it from Switzerland. No, I don't make it myself here. Very highly regarded, but it's something that only clock and watch repair folks can use. It's not something for the general user, just because if you put too much on it, you're going to do damage instead, so we don't want that to happen. It's also very expensive, so let me just go over the healing oil a little bit more, being generous without putting too much on. Okay. Put that aside. Almost done. So I think one more pass should be good. Okay, and so just put this over, and I will just use the scanner one more time. Over, over. Okay. One more time and just in that area. Okay, just localized airflow just to help clean out any icky little things we don't want on your watch. Yes. Just move this aside. And I'll probably do a little bit just in here as well. Yeah, this was an area of concern, so we're going to go in here with the pipette. Excellent. And that is going to do such a good job. If there's anything left in here, it is gone with this little tool. The stream of air is just very directed. Okay, and oil, just a little bit of the healing oil in here. I really go in the front too. Yeah, just around the buttons of the clasp, I think would be good. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Yes, we'll go in there. Mm-hmm. Really working that healing oil inside all the cracks there. And I'll put some inside now, the back of the device. Mm-hmm. Just really in there, the back of the clasp. Generous amounts. Mm-hmm. Wanting to make sure that no spot is left uncovered by the healing oil since, well, we don't want it to continue not opening. Want to be thorough. Okay, putting that in there. Okay, so I think I'm going to try opening the clasp now. Maybe a couple more. Okay. So if I maybe tap this, that sounds good. And if I scratch it a little bit in here, really getting everything off. Just going to try clasp. I mean, just push. Oh, great. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. Okay. Yes, and there is some grime left in here, so let me just go over this. Just grab the oil again and just put it all over the inner workings of this glass. Make sure that it is going to run smoothly. I don't want you having these issues again. So I'm just going over the surface of the inner clasp here. And over that little button. Okay. And now I'm going to use this healing light here, so this tool. And I am going to, first of all, we're going to just really get all that debris. We don't want anything left. Oh my goodness. We're not going to let it get this bad again, are we? Yeah. So let's go over this and over that hole here. That's where the glass clicks in. And there is a lot of buildup in there, and it was making it so that little nub that sticks out, it was getting trapped. And I was really going to go clean that space up. Yes. Taking all of that off. Okay. Let me just wipe it with the cloth. Just dabbing any excess healing oil off. Don't worry. Just the proper amounts will stay on it. Just don't want it too saturated with the healing oil. Just to the clasp. Just want all the mechanisms just completely clean. Okay, just a couple of here. Just want to get a close look at the clasp. And so I'm going to use this light now to look at the inner workings. So just looking over the watch itself. So this will fix any of the little areas in the back, okay? It does a wonderful job with any type of laser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew. Okay. I'm just going to unscrew that back, which will give me better access to the back of the watch here, okay? So this will help the healing light penetrate the mechanics in the back of the watch. Just on the back of the watch. Just twisting these tiny little screws. So small. Again, just wanting to protect the rest of the watch. And this is just going to loosen the back plate, basically. You're not going to see anything pop off or anything like that. But it is actually opening up something in the back. It's behind the glass screen there. But it sort of opens up this film, which allows the healing light to really get in and fix all the inner workings of the watch. So again, just twisting. Okay. So, just a little bit difficult to get in there with that back. Okay. Just lay it flat. When watches have an actual opening strap that fully comes unclasped, it's a lot easier, but that's okay. I am used to this. Alright, just continuing to open that up, then we can get to work a nice clean. So, just going in all 4 of the screw holes there. And now I will use the healing light in each of the 4 areas there. Okay, this will be concentrated in the screw holes because they were having a little bit of issues. However, the light sort of spreads and radiates down to the surrounding areas. It doesn't need to be fully direct. Okay? And that will get everything on the back of this watch. Just to feel the healing energy going into the watch there. That looks good. Let me put that away. Just take a bit. So I think now I'm going to probably close them up again. Okay, so I'm just going to twist. Okay. And number 2. That's great. Number 3. Let me just put the other side of the cloth over. Now that this is all healed, we want to take extra care to make sure that this is being well taken care of. Alright, we don't want to undo all our hard work. So turn this and twist. Okay, almost done. This is over with. Just a bit of still some stuff left on the cloth there. That's fine. Once we're done, I'll just use this to clean the watch, and then you can go about your day. That's looking so great. Just a couple more turns. There we go. Wow. Okay. So, just double check the clasp works well. As you can see, it opens and closes with ease. Just close that again. And just, that's great. So, we have the inner working finished here. Just close the clasp again. Just look at that. I'm just going to clean it now. So I just take this cloth and just go over the screen. Just buffering out those minor scratches. If you look, the watch screen just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Do you see that shine? Okay, I'm just dusting it off, buffering and wiping, cleaning. Perfect. Strap. Don't want to forget that. It's important too. Okay. And the clasp here. Make sure we shine that really well. It's a shiny metal piece there, so it really shows fingerprints and stuff like that. So that's why I'm sending you home with this little cloth as well, microfiber cloth. That will really help you keep it clean. Okay. And the back. Really not leaving now that the healing oil is really sunk in, a little bit of residue will be left, but it's done its job. It's fixed everything. It's as good as new. And it will be like that for quite some time, so long as you're taking care of it. Do you still have the case that you got with your watch when you first purchased it? Okay, yeah, please put the watch in the case, alright? That's where you should be keeping it when you're not wearing it. Otherwise, just daily counter sitting will cause it to get quite dirty. Just wait. Okay, almost done here. What do you think? Does that look good? I am very, very pleased with how this turned out. But we have one final thing to test. It looks good, but will it turn on? That is the question. So take a peek. It looks beautiful. So I'm going to try and turn it on. Just checking that everything is looking good. It looks great. Looks fantastic. It opens up, as you can see, so smoothly. But does it turn on? That is the question. So I am going to probably 1 sec. I'm going to just look over the strap a little bit. Just want to double check if I tap this that it sounds good. Just want to make sure I didn't put too much of the cleansing oil, or the healing oil rather. Yes. Just tap it down. And if I put too much of the healing oil, it would get kind of gunked up and I'd be able to tell the device. Just again, just tapping and listening to the inner workings. And it sounds great. And it looks so shiny. No visible scratches any longer. Okay, and the back is clear. The strap is shiny. And the sides are all looking so smooth and beautiful. Everything sounds amazing. So, let's see here. I'm going to push the buttons now. And as you can see, look at that, my friend. It's turned on. So let's just wait for it to finish here. Finish starting up. It's probably been a little while since you've turned it on. So let me give this to you. Enjoy. And then I have the cloth here. And I will also send this back with you. How is it? Yeah, it's got some software updates. Oh, I bet. Let's hold up this cloth. And I will give that to you as well. You can clean it as often as you would like. I recommend just at the end of the day giving it a little wipe. Okay? It'll just ensure that no debris starts to pile onto the watch. And again, when you're not using it, please make sure that you keep it in its case. Alright? Make sure that if you're doing anything that would cause any dust buildup, so if you're getting your nails done and they're drilling off the gel polish, or if you're into woodworking and there's a lot of sawdust around, I recommend not wearing the watch just because you are raising your chances of damaging it. So, is there anything else you need today? No? Okay, well, you have a 7-day satisfaction guarantee, so if you have any more issues with the watch after those 7 days, come back and I will fix it for free, okay? Unless there is any obvious water damage or if you cracked the screen yourself. However, if there are any issues with the screen malfunctioning or anything like that, any of the programs not working, that might be because of something I did today, please come back and I will fix it for free. I haven't had that happen yet, but I would like to offer it to you just in case. So let me turn this off. Just there we go. this aside here. Okay, so I'm just going over the amounts. Take this book. Okay, just go back to the yellow page, sticky notes. There we go. Okay, so we did the screen function. The general grime cleaning. We got the stuck clasp has been repaired. Scratches. So I'm just going to write down a bit my notes here. I'm just trying to calculate how much you owe me for today. Yes. 25. Minor scratches. And then okay, so that's 50. 2, around that. Tax. Okay. So I believe that should come to $78 today. Okay. How would you like to pay today? Okay, with cash? Yep, absolutely. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so let me just count this. Okay, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, so I can have 10, 20, so much. Let me get your change here. And I have a little $2 bill here for you. Alright. Thank you so much for coming here today and for trusting me with your precious watch. It's a beautiful piece, and I'm so glad that it's working now. You have a wonderful day, and good luck surviving the rest of the summer.